before all of my classes, before I do webinars, live classes. So this is kind of like my personal presentation when I do classes. So you're also going to see a couple of things that you don't normally see in the PowerPoint, because this is my personal one that I've tweaked. You're going to see Emma. This is my granddaughter, and so I talk about her a lot during the Babies and Children's presentation, because when I was a young mother, I didn't know anything about the oils. And so Emma's kind of been like our little guinea pig, and she's used them since she was a baby, or since she was born. So I talk about her quite a bit during the presentation. So let's get started. Everyday choices make the difference. And Benjamin Franklin said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So beginning at birth, we need to start thinking about prevention and supporting our children, and what's the best way we can do that. And a lot of times new mothers, I know I was, or you're just at a loss at where to start. You're bombarded with all of these commercials and advertising and all these people that are trying to be helpful, but sometimes it just becomes overwhelming. There's all these creams and drops and lotions, and then we find out now, we know more that they're some of the things that cause allergies and asthma and rashes. So we use essential oils in the routine care with our children to help support them sleeping, to calm them, to purify the air, their skin care, and in all 5 areas of their health. So why therapeutic-grade essential oils? Well, these are for people who are looking for more natural ways to support their little ones. They've been used for thousands of years and bring to children a threefold therapeutic benefit that is unique to medicine. They have varied aromatic molecules with all of their various properties as a function of the biochemistry. Their electromagnetic information makes essential oils effective in very small doses for children, and they're also very safe. They have a powerful energy that is drawn by the plant from solar energy. And we believe that essential oils are perfect for children because they're chemical-free. There are no toxins, they're organic, they're air purifying, they have no side effects, they support our children's immune system, support healthy development, they help to fight bacteria and viruses naturally. Children are very drawn to the aroma of the essential oils, and it also gives you an opportunity to bond with your child when you're using the oils. So, therapeutic-grade essential oils, nature's first aid kit. Essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. They have hundreds of different and unique compounds that are very concentrated, and that makes them, they're very easily absorbed into the skin, because we know our skin is like a giant sponge, and everything we put on it gets absorbed into our body. These oils contain therapeutic qualities that are anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial, antitumoral, antiparasitic, antifungal, anti-infectious, antispasmodic, anti-aging, and analgesic. Wow, can't get much better than that. They are pure, they are safe, and they are supportive to children of all ages. They can be used topically, internally, or through inhalation. You can dilute them with, Young Living has a V6 vegetable oil complex, and that's what we recommend to use for babies and small children, or anyone that has very sensitive skin. So mixing with Young Living's blue agave is a great way for children to ingest the oils. So if you want to use the oils internally with your child, mixing it with a little blue agave, as the song goes, and makes it, the medicine or the essential oils go down. So let's talk about some challenges that we have sometimes with our infants. And colic is one of those. And if you've ever had a colicky baby, boy, you can relate to how stressful that can be on the parents and the child. This usually appears around 2 to 3 weeks old. It can peak around 6 weeks and then improve significantly between 3 and 4 months. And usually by 5 months of age, it's pretty much over. But for those few weeks, it can be pretty stressful. I had, my youngest was colicky, and it can be really tough. If I had had oils back then, I wished I'd had oils back then. Some of the symptoms of colic is that the infant might suffer with acute abdominal pain. This may cause them to curl up their legs and clench their fists. Their face may flush, and they become absolutely inconsolable with just intense crying. We recommend, first of all, if the mother is breastfeeding, that she should examine her diet and the foods that she's eating. Avoid spicy food, caffeinated or high-fat foods. Roman chamomile is one of the oils that works great. You can mix it with a drop in warm water and apply a compress to the tummy. Or we have a blend, Digize, and Digize is great. You can dilute 1 drop in some V6 and rub on the tummy. Always rub in a clockwise motion. Fever. Oh, and it never fails. They always run a fever late at night. It's really scary when you're a new mom and your baby has a temperature. Some of the symptoms might be irritability. They may be fussy. They may cry. Or they might be the opposite and just be very quiet, very lethargic, and not want to eat, just not want to do anything. They also might feel very warm or hot when you touch them. Children, older children, when you get up into the 2 years old, they may complain of having a headache. Their head hurts, or they just ache. They might say they feel hot. They may not be hungry, and they also might not be able to sleep. They might be so tired but just feel so icky that they just can't get comfortable and they're not able to sleep. So for infants, our little guys, peppermint oil is a great oil to use for temperatures. You can dilute it 1-to-1 using V6 massage oil and just put that in your hand and then take your finger and rub it over the navel. Lavender is also a great oil for fevers. You can put a drop of lavender in a tablespoon of V6, and you can actually give them an all-over body massage. Lavender or thieves, you can just apply to the bottom of the feet. When Emma was, she wasn't very old at all, just probably a few weeks old, and she was running a little temp, and I told the kids just to put peppermint on their hands and then hold her feet. And it was amazing how quickly that worked. Within 15 minutes, her temperature was down, and they never had any more problems with it. Now, since she's gotten older, when she was cutting her teeth, well, they used the peppermint for that as well, but they put that directly on the bottom of her feet because she was around 4 months old. Now that she is almost 2, and you can see here you can place 1 to 2 drops of peppermint directly on each foot or apply neat around the navel, and neat means directly out of the bottle. You don't dilute it with anything. And then, or you could use lavender or thieves and put those on the bottom of their feet hourly or as needed. We've also, with Emma, used peppermint oil and put a few drops in some baking soda and then disperse that in some tepid water, not really hot, not really cold, and then put her in the bathtub. And that has brought her temperature down really quickly. Sometimes as she's gotten older, her temperatures don't come down as quickly, and depending on what's going on, she's had a couple of ear infections, and so it seems like the bathtub works really well for her. And we always avoid the eyes. If you ever get the oils in the eyes, you can take the V6 on a cotton pad, wipe the eyes out, and very quickly, it just as quick as it was stinging, the stinging goes away. And that's worked for Emma as well, because she loves her oils, and sometimes she plays with the bottles and she gets it in her eyes. So we've had that a couple of times. This is V6. This is the vegetable oil complex that I talk about using for dilution. And you can see it's color. Well, you can't see, but it's in this brown bottle. But it is colorless and odorless. It's an antioxidant vegetable oil. It will not stain. It has a long shelf life. I can't really tell you how long because ours goes pretty quick. It protects the skin from free radical damage. It is compatible with skin's natural oils and sebum, so it won't clog up the pores. It's very moisturizing and has a light texture. It's not greasy feeling. It doesn't leave a film on the skin. It absorbs really quickly. It's also ingestible, so if you get it in your mouth, no problem there. And you can use it for massage and or the dilution of the essential oils. And you can see here it contains coconut oil, olive, sesame seed, almond, sunflower seed, wheat germ, and grapeseed oil. It's a great, great oil. And here's peppermint. Peppermint is such an all-around great oil. It's one that you always want to have in your stockpile. It can relieve nausea, vomiting, motion sickness, constipation, colic, headaches, and we talked about earlier for fevers. It cools and invigorates the skin when they're overheated. You can drop it into water for internal cooling. It's very supportive of the respiratory system. So this is also really good if they're having some respiratory issues. You can mix that with some V6 and put it over their chest and over their back, over the lungs, and diffuse it as well. It's analgesic, non-infectious for acute injuries. Excuse me, I wouldn't put it in any on raw tissue. It also will alleviate muscle aches and that discomfort. And you can stimulate the mind and energize the body by diffusing or inhaling it. And it tastes good, too. Here are some of the diffusers that we have. We have several more now, but these are the main ones. The home diffuser here that's shaped kind of like a tulip, that one uses water, so it helps to humidify the air while it diffuses. This is a great diffuser for the bedrooms. Emma has had one in her bedroom since she was brought home from the hospital, and they use it every single night with her. The Aria ultrasonic diffuser. This is a very pretty diffuser. Teak wood. It has all the bells and whistles. And then the TheraPro diffuser. And you see the TheraPro, that one you can actually put the bottle directly onto the diffuser, and it is using pure oil into the air. There is no water, but it breaks it up into such tiny particles that you only really need to diffuse for 20 minutes, maybe a couple of times a day, and the oil will stay suspended in the air. So you're still getting the therapeutic benefits from the oil, even though sometimes you might not be able to smell the aroma anymore. So these are all great diffusers. And we have, as I was saying earlier, I have my little USB diffuser that I have going in my office. I love that one. There's several of them. So you pick the one you want or all of the ones that you want and go from there. So let's talk about diaper rashes. Some of the symptoms of diaper rash, you might have some redness in the area, tight, papery skin. It might be shiny, bright. It might look inflamed. So we recommend that you increase the baby's water intake, or if you're breastfeeding, your water intake, and apply one of the products that we have called Tender Tush. You can also use a blend, an oil blend called Gentle Baby, and you dilute that 1 to 30 with the V6. I will tell you that Tender Tush is awesome stuff. Again, Emma had a little bit of a red bottom, and they took her she goes to a daycare, and they took her in the morning, and they told the gals there to use that specific tender tush on her when they changed her diaper. And when they went and picked her up that evening, her bottom was completely cleared up, and the daycare workers were just amazed, and of course they had to have some. So Emma was her little bottom was a great salesman. Here's a couple of recipes. Baby wipes. You can make your own baby wipe recipes. Also, diaper powder recipe. And we've used the diaper powder recipe. 5 drops of lavender, rose, or gentle baby with a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch, and you just sift it together until it's well blended. Store it in a tightly sealed container. I put it in a glass jar, and as far as sifting, I didn't sift it. We just shook it up, and then we let it sit, and then we shook it up again, and it worked great. Earaches and infections. These can be caused by a virus or a bacteria. Some of the symptoms, they could be very irritable. They can have trouble sleeping. You might find at toddler age that they're having trouble balancing, maybe walking. They might run a temperature. They may tug at their ears. There also might be fluid that drains from the ear. Or they might seem like they're having trouble hearing, or they're kind of inattentive. Emma was born, when she was born, she had a blocked tear duct. And, of course, all of that's connected. They were able to unblock her tear duct with lavender, but then she got an ear infection. And, of course, she wasn't very old, and they immediately wanted to put tubes in her ears, and my son and his wife, they did not want to do that. And so they started taking her to a chiropractor, and they used the oils to clear up her ear infection. And as long as it's just that her ears had not formed completely, those tubes, and so that the fluid was draining down into her ear, and it wasn't able to get out. So with the chiropractic adjustments, she's done very well, and they've not had to put tubes in her ears. Recommendations for ear infections: Lead-em. That would be my first choice. You can dilute that 1 to 10 and apply 1 to 2 drops around the outer ear, down the neck, and on the feet several times a day. When it comes to the ears, we never, ever, never put oils directly into the ears. We never drop the oils into the ears. We always put it around the ears, the outside of the ears. You can put some on your finger and rub on the inside of the ear, but never put drops in the ears. Also, thieves. You could use both of these if you wanted to, and put the Lead-em around the outer ear and down the neck. Put the thieves on the bottom of the feet. It says here, often difficult to detect because most children with symptoms do not yet have sufficient speech and language skills to tell someone what's bothering them. And that was exactly the case with Emma, and she really never did tug on her ears. She would just get really fussy. So you just never know whenever they're that little and they can't tell you what's going on. It's a guessing game, and it's one that all parents play. Teething. Oh, the joys of teething. Some of the symptoms might be drooling, and that drooling can cause them to get a facial rash. They might have a runny nose, they're irritable, fussy. They might gnaw and chew and just act like they're just going to eat everything up. Loose stools, which can result with a diaper rash. Their gums might swell and become inflamed. They can run a temperature. They might refuse to eat. And they might just be so miserable they just can't sleep. Now, most doctors will tell you that teething doesn't cause all these things, but I would argue that because I've seen it too many times. Recommendation: thieves or clove. You dilute 1 to 5 V6 and massage the gums, and that's exactly what they did with Emma. They used thieves, and they mixed it with the V6, and they did put it directly on her gums, and it helped tremendously. You can also use peace and calming along the jawbone on the outside on the face or on the bottom of the feet. For older children, you can put Panaway or Deep Relief to the jaw over the affected area. And with if you have a facial rash, apply Kid Sense lotion or lavender diluted in V6 to soothe the skin. I know they used Tender Tush on Emma's face when she had got that rash from the drooling. Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is a blend, and you'll see here it contains blue tansy, patchouli, tangerine, orange, and ylang-ylang. And Dee Yuri Young developed this blend specifically for overactive children. It helps to promote relaxation. It will alleviate fear and anxiety, calms over excitement and restlessness, helps to combat anger and negative emotions. It also helps to bring about a deep sense of security and confidence, and it offers a peaceful, restful sleep. This is one you can also, we talked earlier about lavender, giving an all-over body massage. You can use Peace and Calming for that as well. Just 1, 2 at the most drops in some V6 and just give them a body massage to help them relax, especially if they're feeling very anxious and they might be cutting teeth or not feeling well. Diarrhea. I love these pictures. We picked these pictures out when we put this presentation together, and I thought these were so cute. Some of the symptoms of diarrhea: frequent loose, watery stools, abdominal cramping, bloating. They might be gassy. Recommendations is the BRAT diet, which stands for bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. The Digize blend. Digize is another one I would always keep around. 1 to 2 drops applied neat to the tummy. Lavender, Roman chamomile, or basil. And you want to dilute those, and you can apply those to the tummy to help relieve the stress and the spasms that they might be having. And then good old peppermint. You could put 1 drop in an 8-ounce glass of water to sip for the older children. Ledum. Ledum is also good for diarrhea, and you can put a couple of drops, have them take that orally, or you could put it directly on the tummy. I would also dilute it there as well. And then Life 5, our probiotic. This is 1/3 to 1/2 capsule. Put it in some applesauce right before bed. You want to make sure it's right before bed and they're not eating anything else. So that could get in there and repopulate and help to alleviate that virus, bacteria, whatever it is that might be causing that diarrhea. In children, particularly young children, diarrhea could quickly lead to dehydration. So if your child's diarrhea doesn't improve without 24 hours, you should contact your physician. And then we have constipation, the total opposite. Symptoms are hard, dry bowel movements. They may strain when they're having a bowel movement, difficult or painful to push out, or no bowel movement for 24 hours. And Emma experienced that as well. And when you see here on the recommendation, peppermint, again with the peppermint. For infants, drop 1 drop of oil in your hand, wave it over the abdomen. You don't even touch their tummies. You just hold it above their stomach, and you always go in a clockwise motion. Toddlers and older children, you can dilute a drop and then actually rub that on their abdomen. And Digize, same as peppermint. You would use it the same way. Also, increase their water and fiber intake. Allergies. Well, we're getting over the allergy season and go into, of course, a lot of people have a lot of allergies in the fall, spring and fall allergies. And this is an overreaction of the immune system to protein substances, which can either be inhaled, ingested, touched, or injected. So some of those symptoms are sneezing, coughing, red, watery, itchy eyes, runny or stuffy nose, changes in behavior. They might just become really cranky and just hard to get along with. They just don't feel good. Some of the recommendations are a drop of lavender, and this is where our blue agave comes in. Put the blue agave in the spoon first, and then the lavender. Otherwise, you put the lavender in there, and the blue agave will just shove it right out. That can alleviate allergy symptoms anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, depending on the metabolism. And there's no side effects. You don't get drowsy. It works wonders. You can also put 3 drops of Harmony on the sternum, and we recommend cleansing the colon and the liver. So kind of look at their diet and see what's going on with their diet too. An allergic reaction to chemicals in food, such as dyes, and I see this an awfully lot with Zytos that I do. I do a lot of children, and I check them for dyes, and oh my goodness, a lot of kids are really sensitive to these dyes, as well as adults. Then we have the nasty MSG and aspartame, which can affect the brain, producing symptoms of ADD, ADHD, autism, depression, as well as physical ailments. So if your child's having any of these issues, their diet would be the first place I would go. Here's our lovely lavender. Everybody loves lavender. This has been Emma's favorite oil since she was old enough to pick up the box. It's our gentle #1 first aid treatment. It promotes healing for cuts, scrapes, diaper rashes, and blisters. It's a safe and effective insect repellent. It's very calming. It's also excellent for burns and sunburns, and as we just read a while ago, alleviates allergy symptoms. For cradle cap, another great one for cradle cap, and this was used on Emma as well. They gave him some kind of nasty chemical stuff to use for her cradle cap, and my son has become a label reader, and he was not going to put that on her, and so I said, get some V6, put some lavender in it, and within a day, her cradle cap was gone. I mean that quickly. It's also great to soothe diaper rash. If you don't have any tender tush, some lavender and some V6 will work great. And opens blocked tear ducts. And yes, they used this on Emma. She was just a few days old, and they just made a big circle around her eye. They put it on their finger, made a big circle around her eye and on the bridge of her nose, and within 2 days, the tear duct had opened up. And they had originally wanted to put drops in her eyes, and again, my label reader said he wasn't putting those in her eyes. So the lavender worked. And lemon. Lemon is a great immune support. It also helps cleanse the liver. So if your child does have some allergies, this would be a great way to help detoxify the liver. Putting this in their water and having them drink it. Add some agave so it's not so tart, and that would be a really good way to get some detoxification going. It also can alleviate depression, so you can diffuse it. It helps to balance the pH. It's also great to relieve coughing and phlegm. You can put this with some blue agave again, and just give it to them in a spoonful with a few drops of lemon, and that will help break that up. You can diffuse it, directly inhale it, apply it topically, or take it as a dietary supplement. And here is a kid's beverage, the blue agave and lemon oil in ice with water, and you've got your very own lemonade, not to mention a great liver detox. Colds and flu. It's getting to be that time of year. Contagious viral upper respiratory tract infections are caused by many different types of viruses. Cold and flu symptoms. Yeah, they might have sneezing. They might run a little temperature. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Headache, body aches. They may have a sore throat in children that can't really tell you what's going on. They may not want to eat, or they may fuss whenever they try to take their bottle or eat. Coughing, they may have chills, extreme fatigue, they might just want to lay around. They may have a runny or stuffy nose. So we recommend RC. That's a blend that we have. It's great to diffuse for congestions and coughs. You can mix some with some V6, put it on their chest, put it over their back. You can also put it on the bottom of their feet. Again, we have our peppermint. We use that for our fevers and for headaches. It's also very supportive to the respiratory system. So if you didn't have any RC, you could use peppermint, but always dilute. Lavender. Lavender's great for an all-over body massage, for body aches. You can also, anytime you want to take a bath or give your child a bath in the oils, always put the oils in baking soda first. Let the baking soda absorb it, and then you put it in the water, and it will disperse throughout the water, and it doesn't just sit. And Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red is great to help to boost their immune system. It's great, has incredible nutritional value. Children attending daycare up through adolescence average 12 colds per year. And it's not only hard on the kids, but when your child has a cold, they can't go to daycare, which means you have to take off work. So there's a lot involved whenever your kids get sick. So we want to keep our children as healthy as possible so they don't have to be miserable and we don't have to miss any work. Thieves, this is a blend. This is the blend. This time of year never be without the Thieves. This contains the oils of clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It is the strongest anti-infection essential oil. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. It's also analgesic, so it's very specific to dental problems, and that's why we talked about it as far as using it for teething stress. Antiparasitic, and that can be used internally or externally. You can put it on the bottom of the feet to protect from viruses and bacteria. And we recommend you put it on the bottom of your feet every morning before you send the kids off to school and before you go off to work or just leave the house. And then when you get home at night, diffuse it when everybody gets home so you can kill all those little pathogens that may have hitchhiked on a backpack or that you've brought home with you. So you diffuse it and you kill all those airborne pathogens, as well as you're breathing it in, so it's also supporting your body as well. Here are some more Thieves products. Thieves, we have a whole kit that has the Thieves hand soap, foaming hand soap, the hand sanitizer, the Thieves spray, the Thieves mouthwash, the toothpaste, the Thieves household cleaner. It's a great kit to have. I go through a lot of Thieves at my house. We also have the Thieves bar soap and Thieves wipes, Thieves dental floss, and the Thieves lozenges. And I love the Thieves lozenges. So let's talk about sore muscles and growing pains. So when they get a little bit older, we're past the infants here and we're getting into the older kids that may be playing sports and have muscle or joint pain. Sometimes kids, they attribute it to rapid growth. We call them growing pains. And they can have pain in the front of their thighs, in the calves, or behind the knees. And it never fails. It usually happens late in the evening or at bedtime, or they'll wake up with terrible leg pains or cramps. Sometimes it'll wake them up. Intensity of the pain varies from child to child. Some kids never have it, and some kids really have a problem with it. Apply a cold compress to help alleviate that inflammation, and then a warm compress. So 15 minutes cold, 15 minutes warm, and then massage the area with Pan Away. Lavender would work as well. Panaway is good for tendinitis, inflammation of bones, broken bones, muscles, and joints. It's highly anti-inflammatory. It helps to accelerate healing. The helichrysum that's in the Panaway, that's what it does. It helps to increase the circulation to the area, so that accelerates the healing of whatever you're dealing with. It's analgesic, so you can use it for acute injury pain, dental extractions, and headaches. And when I say dental extractions, I'm talking about using it on the outside of the jaw, wherever that extraction took place. Panaway isn't really one that we use internally. It wouldn't hurt you if you did, but there's really no need to take it internally. You can use it topically to kill pain, and we never use it on raw tissue. It stings, stings, stings. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory, and it is one that you want to have around for your kids, especially if they play sports, but also just playtime injuries, just kids being kids in general. Cut, scrapes, bugs, and stings. We recommend lavender oil neat on the cuts or scrapes or on the bug bites. We also, purification is really a good one for bug bites. Purification really is what you want to be using for a repellent, and then you won't get those bites. You can add 2 to 3 drops in an 8-ounce spray bottle of distilled water and just spray on your kids. You don't have to worry about any of those harsh chemicals being absorbed into their skin. For stings, purification oil drop neat on the site as often as needed to relieve the pain and swelling. And I will tell you, it works wonders. And that's a personal testimony because I've had to use it stung by wasps, and within 15 minutes, you couldn't even tell I'd been stung. It's a must-have. Purification is a blend. It contains citronella, lemongrass, lavender, rosemary, melaleuca, and myrtle. It can help relieve coughs and bronchitis. So I would use it with some V6 and use it over on the chest and over the back, over the lung area. You can use it to sterilize scrapes and cuts, just like you would use hydrogen peroxide. Purification works like that because it kills the anaerobic bacteria that's found deep in the tissues and organs. So if you've ever had a cut that it scabbed over, but it was still looked like it was infected, it was red all around it, that's because the anaerobic bacteria is deep down in there. So purification works great for that. It also, as we talked in the previous slide, repels bugs and insects, relieves itching from insects' bites. It helps to neutralize the poison from stinging and biting insects. It's also great to use in laundry if you use cloth diapers or any of the children's items. It's also great for swimmer's ear. You don't ever put it in the ear. We talked about earlier, but you put it around the ear, behind the ear, in front of the ear. Put some on your finger and rub on the inside around the ear canal. And here's some oil blend testimonials. 8-month-old teething grandson came to live with them, noticed he was gnawing and chewing and drooling, so they took V6 and put some thieves in it and put it on his bottom gums, and quickly he became happy and drooled a lot less. A delight-filled observation of the baby's skeptical father. Now we grab a bottle of thieves with the first sign of discomfort. Happy oiling, and that was from Sharon LaPierre in Maine. And Eric Barber says, this oil blend has never failed us when our son needs help falling asleep or if he's just being cranky pants. We simply spread 1 drop in our hands, put some on the top of his head, and let him breathe it in while cupping our hands over his nose. Peace and calming works like a charm. Sue Sturrows in Minnesota, her 10-month-old grandbaby woke up with pain on her gums, shoving her fist in her mouth, so she went to the oils book, and she used lavender on the baby's feet with V6, and She said within seconds she was smiling and her hand dropped from her mouth and she quit wiggling. She said, wow, was I amazed at how quickly that worked. Jessica Jensen Nelson from Wisconsin says, my daughter-in-law used 50-50 blend of lavender and peppermint in a roller bottle to calm and quiet my grandson after eating, or just lavender before bed. It works like a charm. Carmela Simmons in New York, our youngest great-grandchild, had a number of bouts with constipation, and we contributed it to the formula that contained iron. We learned from Young Living that peppermint could solve the problem. So we applied 50-50 with V6 in a ceramic plate and massaged the oils on the baby's belly, around her navel area, and with 1 hour she had a healthy bowel movement. Thank you, Young Living. And that's exactly where this particular testimony, when my son called about Emma being constipated, this is what I thought of. And Emma had a bowel movement within 20 minutes, so it does work like a charm. Our next single oil is frankincense. Frankincense is antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-infectious. It is a very powerful immune stimulant. It's very supportive to the respiratory system as well. You can diffuse it or inhale for a calming effect. It's also great for head bumps. So if they fall down, bump their head on a table, just put a little drop of frankincense on there. It also could be used topically on the umbilical cord, and you can anoint babies after delivery. And yes, Emma was anointed with frankincense, but it was a couple hours after she was born. Grandma didn't get there right at the moment, so she was anointed with some frankincense. Valor, one of my favorite oils. This is a blend. It contains spruce, rosewood, frankincense, and blue tansy, and coconut oil, so it's already diluted. And this is, we call this a chiropractor in a bottle because it's very effective to improve structural misalignment. It can also help reduce inflammation. It's very good for itching and allergies. So if they have bites or anything like that, Valor, you could also use Valor if maybe the lavender wasn't doing the trick. It can help soothe backaches, headaches, and sore muscles. It also restores confidence and helps to reduce anxiety and alleviate fear. Great for kids that maybe are a little shy, might have some issues making friends or at school. It also can help ease labor and delivery. You apply it topically on location and or on the wrist, the chest, the back of neck, or bottom of the feet. And I use Valor in all of those places. So let's talk about natural versus synthetic body care. Synthetic chemicals are often used to extend some essential oils, and we call that adulterated. It seems just about everything is replaced by imitations, but they're proving to be harmful and even toxic to the human body. So let's take a look at what might be in your child or children's personal care products. And these products pictured here were all the rave when I was raising my kids, and I probably had every one of those products. We didn't know any better, and that's what we used. So here are some hidden chemicals that are found in some of the baby, children, and teen products. Mineral oil. This can cause allergies and immunotoxicity. It can affect the lungs and even cause chemical pneumonia. It clogs the pores, so it makes cradle cap even worse. It can create eczema and skin rashes because the skin can't breathe. It also absorbs all fat-soluble vitamins in the intestinal tract, which robs the body of nutrition. It will reduce the blood flow, and it incites the inflammatory response. So the body reacts to it by creating inflammation. And we also all know that inflammation starts the domino effect for disease. Sodium lauryl sulfate. And you have to read labels, unless you use Young Living products, and then you know you're not getting any of this stuff. Sodium lauryl sulfate literally alters the skin structure. So this allows the chemicals to even penetrate deeper into the skin. It has been directly related to loss of hearing and eyesight. It mimics the hormone of estrogen, which has been identified in reproductive infertility, and it can cause eye deformity in children. So here's what we suggest you use instead, the Kid Sense collection. Here's our bath gel. It's a liquid soap, safe and gentle, cleanses and protects the skin. It has pH balance for children's skin. It's formulated with MSM, aloe vera, and antioxidants. And it has the essential oils of cedarwood and geranium. It smells great. Our shampoo is effective and gentle. It causes no irritation. It has a natural scent, and it's pure and organic. And it has the essential oils of tangerine, lemon, and blue tansy. I love the smell of that shampoo. We also have Kid Sense lotion. And this is a skin lotion which moisturizes and softens sensitive skin. It promotes healthy skin. It is a premium blend of MSM, shea butter, and aloe vera, and contains the essential oils of cedarwood, rosewood, western red cedar, and geranium. And then here's the Tender Tush that I've been talking about. It's an ointment. It moisturizes and nourishes dry, chapped skin. It's very soothing. It's protective for delicate skin, and it's formulated with natural vegetable oils. It has the essential oils of sandalwood, rosewood, Roman chamomile, lavender, cistus, blue tansy, lemon, and frankincense. And when you look at it, you go, ooh, it's blue. But whenever you spread it on, it doesn't look blue, but it looks blue whenever you're putting it in your hand. And it's just a really, really good, this is good not only for babies' tushes, but for lots of other things. Here's our toothpaste. Safe, natural, gently cleanses the teeth. It has a great bubblegum flavor with no synthetic dyes or synthetic flavors. So it contains the oils of grapefruit, tangerine, lemon, spearmint, ocotea, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary. And I don't know, when kids start brushing your children's teeth, when they start first getting those teeth, and they want to suck on that toothbrush. And if you've ever read the back of toothpaste, you will see that it says right on there, do not ingest and call poison control. So it's like, I don't know what they think. Young kids, they don't understand that, especially when you start brushing your children's teeth at 1.5 years, they really don't know that they're not supposed to swallow it. So this is a great toothpaste to start teaching your kids oral hygiene. Nutrition, natural versus synthetic vitamins. Oh, look at all those marketing ploys, Flintstones and the gummy bears. Many over-the-counter chewable vitamins have food coloring additives, and they've been found to be directly related to ADD, ADHD, and other behavioral challenges in children. So we recommend natural nutrition. We have our Mighty Vites, our vitamins, and our Mighty Zymes, which are enzymes. They're both chewable. They're formulated from whole food extracts. They're easily absorbable for the body. They contain nutrient-dense superfruits, plants, and veggies, a full spectrum of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytonutrients. They taste like wild berry or orange cream, and they combat the negative effects of enzyme depletion, and which will assist in normal digestion. So if your kids are having some tummy issues, Mighty Zymes would be a great supplement to introduce them to. Here is another nutritious snack bar, whole food, low glycemic, loaded with super nutrients, 16 grams of protein, rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients, all natural and certified kosher, and it is an ideal snack for on the go. Wolfberry Crisp. It is yummy, and they're all individually wrapped, so you can just throw them in your purse and off you go. Ningxia red juice. Oh, how I love you. Energizes, fortifies, and replenishes the body. Contains the Ningxia wolfberry, which is nature's most powerful superfruit. It's full of high health-promoting antioxidants. It includes the nutrient-dense fruits of blueberries, raspberries, and pomegranates, and 1 ounce single packets, and it should be 2 ounce single packets. This says, I haven't updated this. Make great frozen treats. So you can just put those packets in the freezer and then cut the tops off, and they're like little push pops. And they're also great for on the go. They contain the oils of lemon and orange. And this is Emma enjoying her Ningxia red. She loves this stuff, and we have to hide it because if she sees it, she wants it. And she drinks it right out of the pack, and she doesn't care if it's cold or if it's been sitting on the counter. Here's a nutritious Ningxia dried wolfberries. These are a great tasty snack, too, and you can see from this package here, it's a reclosable, so you can just zip it up and you can take it with you. It has health-boosting benefits. You can add it to your smoothies, your cereal, your yogurt, or just eat it right out of the package. Let's talk a little bit about vaccines. The myth, vaccines boost immunity. The truth is, vaccines damage the immune system. Due to their synthetic chemical and genetic ingredients, they can cause a toxic overload. They weaken the immune system and actually compromise its ability to fend off disease and heal the body. So our solution is just boost the immune system naturally by nutrition, avoiding all of these chemical personal products and cleaning products you use in your home, and these over-the-counter vitamins and processed foods. Embrace therapeutic essential oils. Support the body with pure therapeutic-grade supplements. And if you want more information on vaccines, which I highly recommend everyone do your research, educate yourself, you can go to the National Vaccine Information Center at http://nvic.org. Here's a great way to really bond with your child. Give them a therapeutic massage. It can calm and relax them. It's very supportive to their emotional well-being. It gives them a sense of trust and security, and it builds self-esteem. Emma gets one every night after her bath. She gets a massage with her lavender oil. She loves her lavender oil. So it's a great time to spend some time just one-on-one with your child. Chiropractic care. I tell all of my clients, anyone I ever talk to, that chiropractic care should be a part of everyone's wellness program. The International Chiropractic Pediatric Association found spinal manipulative therapy safe and successful in treating children of all ages. It's gentle, it's non-invasive, it's drug-free, and used in conjunction with therapeutic-grade essential oils. Chiropractic care it resolves numerous health problems. You can avoid health problems. It improves sleep. It helps to modify behavior and attitude. I mean, if they've got a subluxation and it's causing issues in their body, they may not feel good, they may be achy, absolutely it can modify their behavior. It also boosts their immune system function. So, yes, I know many chiropractors that adjust babies immediately after they're born, and I think that's brilliant. I think that's just the most greatest thing you can do for your children. So 90 days to a healthier, happier children. This is an old one. I apologize. I thought this was the newer one. This is to receive your wholesale pricing. This is not the kit that you get. You get 10 oils. You're going to get Peace and Calming, Purification, Lavender, Panaway, Lemon, Valor, Frankincense, Thieves, Peppermint, and Joy. You'll also get a bottle of Stress Away. You won't get the coupon anymore. You're going to actually get a diffuser, and you'll get a 24% discount on all Young Living products. And this gives you a lifetime wholesale membership with no annual fee. All you have to do is buy $50 worth of product in a calendar year, and you retain your membership. We have a program called Essential Rewards, and if you're like the rest of us and you become have an oil addiction, you'll want to get on Essential Rewards, because the benefits of it is you'll earn 10 to 15 to 20% in free products on a monthly shipment. The first 6 months you'll earn 10% on whatever you spend. So if you spend $100, you'll get $10, and that goes into a piggy bank. And the 7th through the 12th month is 15, and after a year you get 20%, and you stay there. Once you've accumulated some points in your piggy bank, you can redeem those points for free products. You'll enjoy reduced shipping on your Essential Rewards that you order, the products you order through Essential Rewards. You'll get discounted pricing on exclusive product packages that are offered on regular orders, and you'll never run out of products to ensure you always have healthy choices. And the other thing about the Essential Rewards program, as far as I'm concerned, when you become a member, this becomes your store. So I think I buy everything from my store. I don't go to Walmart and buy my shampoo. I go to my store and I buy it. So I accumulate quite a few points, and it thrills me to no end whenever I can redeem those points and get my free products. And all I have to pay is shipping. I don't even have to pay taxes on those free products. So it's a great program, and if you're not familiar with it, ask the person that invited you to the webinar and find out more about it. So here are some suggestions for an Essential Rewards month order, because this is a monthly order, but you can change your order from month to month. You don't get the same thing over and over and over again. So we have the Kid Sets collection. You could get the bath gel, the shampoo, the lotion, the Mighty Bites, the Tender Tush, the toothpaste, and a lavender lip balm. You can get all of those things in one order. For your second month, maybe you'll get the Thieves collection. And in this collection, you get 2 Thieves household cleaners, 2 foaming hand soaps, 2 Thieves spray, waterless hand purifiers, a bottle of the essential oil. You'll get the toothpaste and a bottle of the Fresh Essence mouthwash. Month 3, you might get the Ningxia Red combo pack, where you get the 2-ounce packets and 2 bottles of Ningxia Red and the Mighty Bites vitamins. This was introduced at convention this year. It is still out of stock, but I will tell you that I did purchase this, and this is an awesome collection. I love the names of these oils. We have Genius, which helps children to stay on task. Bite Buster, to support healthy skin. Tummy Jize, which helps calm that's not the right one. Tummy Jize is for the tummy. Owie, soothes sensitive skin. Sniffle Ease, uplifts the senses. And Sleepy Eyes, those 2 are backwards there, helps relax the body, and the mind and body. And Emma loves the Sleepy Eyes, and I put a roller on it. These are already been diluted, so you don't have to worry about them being too powerful, as far as you could let your child rub them on themselves, put a roller ball on them, and let them start using the oils. And like I said, Emma loves the Sleepy Eyes. I let her play with that one before bedtime. She doesn't know what Grandma's up to. Here are some resources. We have the Essential Oils Desk Reference, which I think everyone should have. It's you can get it at lifesciencepublishers.com. It is got every oil that we have, the supplements. It's like a PDR of essential oils. It has all of It tells you what oils that you could use for what health challenges you might have. It's just a must-have. Then there's some brochures, pregnancy and childbirth, babies and children. You can get those at abundanthealthforyou.com. I believe Crown Diamond Tools has some as well. And I know there's a lot more out there now. There's a lot of great information out there. Books, Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn. That is an awesome book. If you have a friend that's expecting, this is a great book to give as a gift. And then give them the set of Kid Sense lotion and shampoos. Also, what the doctors may not tell you about children's vaccination. If you want more information on vaccines, this is a great book to have. Okay. Welcome to Young Living, supporting healthy, active, and happy children. That concludes